to start making changes in your life. You know that there's areas in your life that need improvement and growth. Knowing that you need improvement is a good place to start, and it's a good place to be in. I wanted to share with you some of my most powerful prompts for journaling that I used that helped me to change my life around. Some of you may know me or remember me from my previous video where I did a video on how I changed my life and how much my life has changed in the past 2 years until today. But that video is now a year old. For that reason, I thought I will do an update on that, but this one will be a little bit of a deeper dive. If we have not met yet, thank you for being here. My name is Oksana, but I go by Oksie on YouTube because I don't know why. Someone gave me that name so many years ago and I just stuck with it because it's short and simple. I am a mother of 2 beautiful daughters and I'm married to my wonderful husband Slav, which by the way, 2 years into our marriage, or 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know. We're married now for 11 years. The first couple of years of my life, I didn't think he was wonderful. I definitely thought I would have a miserable life. And I did. I really did. And that's all because, and he was a wonderful husband, by the way, but it was because of my mindset, my insecurities, my bad habits, and I was a mess, really. And so let me give you a quick summary of what I used to be like and what I am today and how things have just changed and what I did. It's a list. What I used to be a person who always made excuses. I always stayed busy but was never productive. I did not know how to manage my time. I got triggered often. I didn't cook for my family, sadly to say. That is the most embarrassing thing. I blamed everyone else for everything that went wrong. I never felt appreciated for my hard work. Didn't know how to set and keep healthy boundaries. I was exhausted and overwhelmed by life, not knowing where to start or where to begin to start making improvements, because I'll tell you this, I knew I needed to make improvements, just didn't know how to start, didn't know where to begin. Let's compare it to today. Today, and by the way, this is not me bragging whatsoever. I did a reflection and I compared myself from 2 years ago, well now 3 years ago, to today, and I just saw a much bigger change. And I'm just saying I'm not perfect, but I have seen huge change in my life and I really hope that it inspires you. So now I live slower. I do fewer things. I'm not in a rush anymore and I get a lot more done. Important things that actually matter to me. I feel productive and I am productive. I manage my time so much better. I plan out my days. I understand my values. I understand what's important to me and I put them in a priority in my life. I feel accomplished. I'm not overwhelmed. I enjoy motherhood. I love being a mom. I used to complain about being a mom. I enjoy serving my husband without waiting for something in return. I used to have very high expectations. If they were not met, I would get very angry, but now I do things out of love, not waiting for anything in return. And so what I do instead, actually, this is a bonus, total bonus. If I want something, I request it. And that way my needs are being expressed, but I'm not doing it out of anger. I'm just requesting. I'm much more present with my kids today, and I cook for my family with ease. It is not a burden. I actually enjoy it. So all of those things have been a huge improvement in my life, and to me, that's a huge testimony and miracle. So I will share with you that journaling was one of, if not the most important things that I did that helped to bring about all this change. Some of these prompts I made up and some of them I learned from somebody else. Prompt number 1, write out everything that feels overwhelming to you, and it doesn't matter how big or small it is. Maybe it's something you need to do. Maybe it's a big project. Maybe it's something unfinished. Maybe it's a problem that you're facing in your life. Or maybe it's just a feeling or a fear of something or someone. It doesn't matter. Don't leave a single thing unwritten that is in here. And if it's making you anxious even a tiny bit, put it on paper. Because when it's all in your head, it's gonna feel heavy. And once you put it on paper, you're gonna feel lighter. Now that you have everything written down on this paper, you can see it from another perspective. You're seeing it from a bird's eye view, as if you're another person. You're looking at it on paper. Now what I did is I would use the next page, blank page, and write a doable solution to each overwhelming thing that you wrote down. And if you can't think of a solution for that problem or that overwhelming thing, then try to think of at least one small positive thing that you could write down about that topic or anything pertaining to that overwhelming thing. At least one positive thing. Trust me, just trust me. So when it's all in your head, it all feels equally heavy. When you put it on paper, you feel lighter and you can think more clearly what problem or overwhelming thing actually weighs the most. And what problem, if I focus on its solution, will have the greatest impact in my life today. Because when it was in your head, that little bitty thing, oh, I need to go return something, felt so heavy in your head. But once you saw it on paper, you're like, oh, it's not that heavy anymore, because you're seeing it for what it really is. Now you feel lighter. You're welcome. Number 2, love this one. It's so practical and so easy. It's an evening exercise. On a blank page at the very top, you're gonna write everything that I am proud of today. These will be things that you had control over that day and things that you're proud of. It can be as little of a thing as can be. Whatever made you proud that you did, or you overcome, or you battled a little bit, you put some effort and you saw a little tiny result or whatever, write it down. Write it down. Or something you're proud of you did, something you thought, something you said. Maybe it was a bigger project or accomplishment. Write it down. Next page, you're gonna write things I did not like about today. Again, these are the things that you were in control over that day, whether it was an action, an attitude you had, maybe a certain mindset that was degrading, or something you said, or something you didn't do. Okay, so writing these things down, it gets your conscious mind to be so much more aware of those things. What went good? Let's do that again. What didn't go good? Let's avoid that and let's think of a creative solution for that problem and not repeat it. You are literally prepping yourself. You're setting yourself up for the following day. This is why I love that it's an evening exercise. You're falling asleep thinking about this. You're waking up and your brain is now so much more alert. What did I write down that I did not like that I did? I'm not gonna repeat that thing. It's a lot less effort on your part when you set yourself up the night before. That's why I like that it's an evening exercise. I'm telling you, just try this a couple days in a row and you're gonna start to see that, hey, there's some habits I need to let go of those. You'll be surprised what this could do over some period of time. And when this becomes a habit and you're much more aware of where you're spending your energy, on what mistakes you could start avoiding, man, those little things is what improves your life. Note on personal growth. Can I just tell you something? The best thing that you can give to your loved ones, to the people around you, is not a material gift. It is the gift of you working on you. Because when you work on yourself as a mother, as a wife, as a friend, just as a person, you're giving the gift of the new experiences of your new life to that person. You're giving them your wisdom, your good habits, your discipline. Your gift is now who you are becoming, who you are now. The new you is gonna benefit everyone around you and they're gonna love that. Maybe people won't notice it right away, but that's okay. In the long term, you're having a ripple effect on their life. Be a better listener. Imagine how much better of a friend you could be if you're a better listener, if you're a better communicator, if you don't just blab things or gossip about things that don't really matter. Adds no value to you, adds no value to people around you. That's why journaling and this video, I believe, is so dear and I'm passionate about it because I have seen the effects that it has on my life and the effect it's having on my children, my husband, and so on and so forth. So that was just a quick note on personal growth. The best gift you can give. The new you, the loving you, the wiser you, the changed you. Give it to them. Next one. Love this one. I learned it from, forgot his name. It's called the 10 Big Goals. The 10 Big Goals. At the very top, you're gonna write 10 life goals. Don't overthink it. You just be specific and describe each goal you have for your life. 10 of them. And you can't overthink it. That's the whole main point of this journaling prompt is you are writing the first thing that comes to your mind. If you're overthinking, you're doing it wrong. Stop overthinking and just write the first thing that comes to your head. On the next day, you're gonna write the 10 goals that come to mind. But this time, you're not looking at your previous list. You're doing whatever comes to mind that day. And then you're gonna repeat that for the next 7 days. And the reason you're not gonna look back to your previous days is because you want whatever's in your mind. And after 7 days, you can look at it and decide and see what stands out. What am I repeating? What things are truly really important to me? When you see a repetition in a certain goal, then you could know for a fact that thing is important to you because it's the first thing you think of. You don't even have to think too hard about it. It's just right there. Now you can narrow down what goals you should start focusing on. That's the whole point. Narrow it down. When you have too many goals and too many things you want to do and accomplish in your life, it gets overwhelming. I don't know about you, but for me, I get overwhelmed when there's too much, when there's too many options, when there's too much to do, when there's too much projects happening at one time. I'm like, give me one thing to focus on. And I think most people probably have this. I don't know. Narrow it down and focus at one goal at a time. If there's some that are similar, maybe you could put them together. Is this 3? I don't know. But next one, what can I do in my personal time to improve myself? Because we all have that personal time. I don't care if it's 5 minutes or 30 minutes. We all have some time to ourselves that no one's around and no one's watching us. What are you gonna use your personal time for? Is it gonna be wasted? Or what can you do to actually improve it? I'm telling you, if you take this question and you take it seriously and you actually use that intentional time to improve yourself, you're gonna start doing little changes in your life that's gonna benefit you over the years. Believe me, every single person starts with the smallest of disciplines. Don't underestimate the smallest of disciplines. Your 5, your 10, your 15-minute breaks of personal time. You could be reading a book. You could be listening to a podcast. I have more prompts, but I don't want this video to be like 40, 50 minutes long. So I will boil it down to this. Ask yourself good questions. Did you get the point? And write them in your journal and answer them with authentic answers, real answers. The questions that you ask yourself and how serious you take it will actually determine what you will do with yourself in the next moment. For real. And the next action you take will eventually determine the direction of your life. Don't think that your little decision right now is not going to affect your next, because it will. Some examples of some bad questions that we might be asking ourselves is like, why am I like this? Why is my day going sideways again? What was I thinking? Why do things have to be this way? Those are not good questions. The better questions to ask would be, what can I do differently today? What would make me proud when I lay my head down tonight? Or what is my goal with this? See, those kind of questions will start making you think and start making you make changes going forward. I have a book that I picked up at the airport. My flight was delayed, so I thought I have nothing better to do than read a book. So I go to the little shop, and you know, one thing that I noticed I was kind of blown away by? A bag of snacks was $11. This book was $6. And I literally told this to the clerk. Is that what they're still called? The clerk? I was like, can you believe it? This book that has the power to change my life costs less than this bag of snacks. She's like, wow, good point. It's a really good point. But anyway, this little book has a lot of questions in it that could literally change your life. So if you want, get this book on Amazon. It's great. Or think of your own good questions. But look, if you underestimate the power of journaling and asking good questions, then man, I really hope that this video helped open your mind a little bit. In the comments, I'd love to chat with you. I respond to almost every comment. I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Have you journaled before? Anyway, if you like content like this and you like my videos, maybe you like me. If you subscribe and you like my video, it helps me a ton. I hope you guys have an amazing day. God bless you, and bye-bye.